Welcome, welcome, welcome. Onward, VR Master League Season 10, Week 3, Ember versus the Insurgents. I'm your host, Triple Nipple, and I'm joined by Xandria. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm excited. There are some good matches coming up today. We've got this one. We've got, what do we got? What's after this? Cats and Hats Pandemonium coming on in 2 hours. We've got Hand of Death, Quest Tickles in 6 hours. And then we move on to Sunday. We've got more matches coming then. So a good weekend for the VRML. A good weekend to watch for sure. Ember versus the Insurgents is what we're watching right now. And I think it's going to be a good game. I haven't seen a whole lot of the Insurgents play. But looking at their stats, they did win both of their previous matches pretty handedly. It's like 12 to 1 and 12 to 3.
If I am correct, though, those were against two bronze teams, so Ember now is gold.
Yeah, Ember is no slouch for sure. And I don't know a whole lot. I mean, I'm looking through the Insurgents roster here, and I only know a couple of these players by name. Game Reaper 46 and John CZ. I've seen them around a couple of times. So I don't know what their play style is. They are a European team, so they might play differently, or they might just have different strats than we're used to. And Ember, this is a challenge match, I'm assuming?
It is, yes.
It is a challenge match, so I don't know who issued the challenge here, but I know that Ember loves to play, so if they can find a challenge, they're going to take a challenge. And we do have the ban info. You want to go over that?
Yeah, sure. So Ember, our home team, have chose to ban Subway, and our away team Insurgents have chose to ban Tanker. Now, banning Tanker is definitely a good idea against Ember, as they do have a very strong tanker. If you look at their history on that, they have 67% round win, which is their second highest percentage on a map, aside from Snow Peak, which I do believe they only played that once. So.
Yeah, Ember are pretty good at tanker, it looks like, and they're also pretty good at Snow Peak, like you said. And what did they ban? They banned Subway? Yeah, it doesn't look like they're too hot on Subway. They're at 26% win rate on that, so that's a smart ban from them. But also, looking at the Insurgents stats, they've played Bazaar Day, Cargo, Downfall Day, Quarantine Day, Snow Peak Day, and Subway all once. And they've won each one of those. So
A little more variety from Insurgents.
I mean, their stats aren't really helpful to anybody. They have a 100% win rate on 6 maps.
Yeah, we're still pretty early in the season, so kind of hard to go by that.
Now let's see. Right now, according to the match page, which I don't think is accurate because the teams don't have MMR. Not all teams have finished their first 3 matches. But the match page says that Ember is ranked 5th and Insurgents are ranked 25th. That seems like a very large discrepancy.
It's an incredibly large spread.
But MMR-wise, they have to be close if they were able to challenge each other. So I feel like it's just because people haven't filled in. I mean, the standings right now do not look correct. But we're hopping into it, I guess. We're going into round number 1 on map number 1, which is Quarantine. We'll see how these two teams play. Ember starting out on defense. You said that Ember actually opted to take Volk?
Instead of picking the first map, they opted to take Volk.
Crater spawn for the Insurgents? No, not crater spawn. I'm seeing things. South spawn for the Insurgents. They're going to spread very quickly, make the cross, which not looking the right way. I don't know if anyone called out that cross on the south side. It didn't look like anyone was looking that way.
No, I think they're kind of more ready for that crater spawn.
That's going to give up a lot of ground. I mean, that's going to allow the flank on the south side to happen. They can get to ambulance, and they could even start making their way over towards the gas station.
Switch is definitely looking that way, so...
I don't think he saw anything, though. He didn't call anything out. Didn't see the guy in the dunes. Insurgents now just sitting. Oh, a nade comes coming in just a little short.
Yeah, and Ember is definitely one of those kind of teams that if they see anything, they are going to be all over the radio with that information.
It looks like Insurgents are running a sniper in that South Hills. At least I'm going to assume he has a sniper. He's prone. He's on the dunes. I mean, if he doesn't have a sniper, I don't know. I don't know what he's doing, but he's definitely there. And it...
Some people are just really good with an assault rifle and a red dot.
Ambulance. One in ambulance.
Finally, a call out from Switch on the ambulance player. It does look like Insurgents are kind of setting up their, their play. They're more a la beginners, where they get into position where they want to be and then wait, and they're trying to see if anyone's gonna peek. John finds Quokka from the south wing.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be a lot of information for Ember. I think they're going to start to shape up an image in their head of how this attack is playing out.
Game Reaper running across from ambulance over to the south wall of the burning rubble. And I don't think Switch saw this cross. Game Reaper's going to have... Oh, Game Reaper missed it too. Neither of them saw that cross. But he's slowly creeping up onto the center burning. I don't think Switch is going to be ready for this, though. I don't think he's aware that this player made it from the ambulance.
I think they both looked away right as they would have had an opportunity to see each other. Unless Game Reaper is aware and he's just choosing not to fire at this point. Can't imagine they would do that, though.
I just love how we're back to Xbox Live gamertag clan tag days, where we've stuck our team names in front of our player names. It's so good to see that coming back.
Yeah, I've always seen some teams doing that, but not too many. I think it is starting to rise in popularity a little bit, though. Well, Game Reaper and Switch are really on top of each other, and I don't think either of them are aware. But Game Reaper might be aware of Switch right now. One thing I know about Ember is once they hear gunfire, everybody.
Oh no!
Oh,
South.
Oh.
That's not good. That is not
He's
good.
by like gas station objective area corridor or whatever.
Oh my gosh, that was your main attacker getting taken out by your south guy.
They are gonna hear about that in 5 minutes or 3 minutes or less.
But you know what? If you look at the overhead map, 2 of them have made it all the way to the north wall.
That is true.
They
are definitely pinching this objective from 2 angles.
They allowed that far eastern cross. I don't think I heard any call-outs from it.
Yeah, I was kind of keeping an eye on Switch there. They kind of snuck up on me as well.
One down south by gas station.
Light Shaper finds John. The south, a nade comes out from Shadow Warrior. Not gonna catch Light Shaper, but he is following in Game Reaper's footsteps. He's trying to get into this middle area.
At least nobody will be there to shut him down from his own team this time.
Does he not see Switch? Do people not see this guy? I mean, is he invisible?
He must be.
That's twice people have crossed that and not seen him. Shadow finds Light Shaper in the Volk twins.
Yeah, Switch has got to know that's an enemy there now. Yeah, he's hearing these calls. He knows that's not his team.
Shots from the blob. Oh, Switch takes down Shadow Warrior. Hailfire finds Physics on the corner. I think that suppression fire was not actually as helpful as it seemed.
Hailfire needs to get the kill. There it is.
Confirmation comes out. Milkman's pushing up under the wing. Switch finds the Blah instead. And Ember take their first point.
I mean, I really like their conservative, slow approach. It just, I mean, that team kill really kind of set a negative, a deficit to start out with, and they just weren't able to thoroughly analyze all the positions in order to penetrate Ember's defense.
Yeah, I definitely think you're right. I mean, the team kill did not help at all, but their approach was really good. They got where they wanted to get to.
Really good.
I don't.
Ember, they were just in this in the spots they needed to be in, covering the angles they needed to cover, and every time one of them popped out, Ember was just there to take them out. And I think they kind of fed everybody in one by one a little bit. I think they fell into that fallacy a bit there.
Yeah, I'll agree. They did kind of just go in one at a time. Their assault was not as well coordinated as their movement was. But I'm still just kind of mind blown that no one saw Switch just sitting there.
I know.
They crossed. I mean, Game Reaper went across that south wall and should have seen him. And then Shadow Warrior ran past the wall, back past the wall, around the north side of the wall, into the burning center, and didn't see him. And no one heard footsteps. I mean, it's kind of crazy. I don't really think I wouldn't feel comfortable letting someone get that close to me. Here we go, round number 2.
Yeah, and typically you can kind of hear people when they get that close. I'm surprised Switch wasn't alerted better.
Now it's crater spawn for Ember.
We've got this. Come on.
Insurgents feeling pretty good. Let's see if the call out does come out from Game Reaper.
Well, the shots come out, and that's going to give away. Or no, was that from? That was from Game Reaper, so that's going to let them know.
No, I spawn no freeze. Golf building.
Knowing the spawn is great, but it doesn't look like the team is adjusting at all. John, however, from the south wing finds one at APC.
Yeah, it was a bit of an ambitious play from Cuoco. I'm kind of surprised to have seen that.
Shots from Hailfire, trying to find the guy on the south wing. Milkman finds Game Reaper in the roof courtyard. The south wing's still there. If he peeks it again.
I know I didn't. I just randomly sprayed.
It doesn't look like that south wing guy is being as aggressive as he could be on those peaks. I mean, an LMG trying to hit you across the map is going to be at a deficit if you've got an assault rifle.
Yeah, there's a lot of dispersion in an LMG. It's not very accurate.
Confirmation shots onto that dead body lets them know that he's still there. Got Light Shaper and Switch on the roof. Hailfire at the white engine, and Milkman coming up on the backside, catching up with the team. But the objective is the roof courtyard. Where are the defenders?
Yeah, they're all kind of behind it based on the way that this offense is shaping up.
I mean, one guy just crouching up in the roof courtyard behind the wall. This is a cap.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the way it's shaping up like that, it's really the only line that they have to approach without being seen, but it's a huge line.
I mean, yeah, and even if the thing is, even if the Insurgents see it, if they miss any of these crosses on these gaps, there's no way to get back to the objective fast enough to deal with it. I mean, maybe a good frag, but I mean, people can cap in the time that it takes a frag to explode. Hailfire, it looks like he's gonna go for it.
He's definitely working his way in there. Now, there is one gap where Shadow Warrior can potentially see the cross, but, just as we said, everybody kind of moves in. And they realize their fallacy there.
The panic sets in. Hailfire finds Physics, but Shadow Warrior finds him on a refrag. Yeah, I think that took a little too long to realize that the objective was open. And if the smokes had come out a little bit sooner, that cross from Hailfire probably would have worked.
Spot down, amp,
And then
spot
they all
down.
would have crashed
There's
in
probably
on
one in
objective
Rebel
and
2 if
they
you
would
didn't
have
get
been
that guy.
picked off.
Yep, one in Rebel. He can come in through the back.
Shot from the blah, find Milkman. Another try for objective. Shadow finds Lightshaper on the backside. What looked like a good Ember push turns into an Insurgents point. The switch goes down on the roof.
Yeah, Insurgents, like, they realized the fallacy in that play, like, in the nick of time. You know, they were so far behind the objective. I think a little more aggression from the side of Ember, and they would have had a cap.
And now we're gonna move down south. We're gonna head towards the gas station garage. Yeah, again, the attack did not seem coordinated. Ember sent one guy. Well, the first man got shot running
Like, immediately.
across, out of position, through the open. Not 100% sure on that one, but after that, the approach into the roof courtyard seemed very backwards. The guy went in first, then the smokes came in, and then they tried to use the smokes again. And I think if they'd taken more of the Insurgents approach to it, where they all set up and wait a little bit and see if they could find those peaks, they probably would have got some, because Insurgents, right as the push decided to come in, panicked, and you saw that they realized that, you know, the objective wasn't covered, and they all started moving. And if they would have just kind of waited right there, then the Ember could have got some picks. But some teams don't like to wait.
I mean, it's horrible, right? Like, you're just sitting there just waiting. It's like the most anxious thing in the world.
Crater spawn for Insurgents, gonna give them a lot of map before Ember will see them.
Interesting, nobody is going for a south approach. We're just kind of looping up around the north. John CZ here, kind of. I think he's looking to the south to see if anybody's going to push out, but they're not.
You always check the spots that you take, right? He's looking at that wing like,
true.
that's where I'd be killing people from.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know how you feel about being up on the roof. I mean, it gives you a great vantage point, but I always wind up dying up there.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the roof. I feel like I die even if I'm ducked down or crowd. You know, it's just I don't really see a reason to take it. Shots from John. Like, you can do just as much damage, I feel like, from the back, either corner on the back of the roof. I don't feel like you need to get onto the roof and expose yourself. I don't know. It depends. It depends on who I'm playing with and against, I guess, whether I go up there or not.
It's a valid point as well.
Because you're also super exposed to a flank. If you're focused, if you're on the roof and focused on anything south of you, people come up behind you and you won't know it until you're dead. the Blah, putting pre-fire shots onto Burning Center, it looks like. That using that LMG to its full potential. Ooh, over here on the west approach, I'm seeing a yellow laser. That's not a good sign. Game Reaper gonna walk right up into Light Shaper. Oh, Game Reaper gonna opt to go towards the Starlight Pit, but a nade comes out. A little short. Game Reaper here on the corner now. Shadow Warrior with him. They're slowly pinching up on Hailfire, but if they go this way, Light Shaper has them dead to right. Shadow Warrior, no! Shadow finds the kill!
That was a great.
Wow.
Although it did alert Hailfire their position, so he's trained on them.
Hailfire finds Game Reaper under the cockpit there. A good defensive position. Someone needs to come around and pinch him on the backside. Take a look at that snapshot by Shadow Warrior here again on the replay. Nice quick peek there.
He's on.
John finds Hailfire as he peeks the corner. Now that west side's opening up. Quokka saw the one in the west and calls him out. They know that he is approaching the Volt twins there. Switch and Quokka here just sitting under this pre-fire. I think Switch is going to be looking for the shot here onto Shadow as he makes the cross. The shots ring out. Switch does not find the kill. He's behind the Hesco. Switch calling him out. Smokes come out from Shadow Warrior.
Yeah, this is definitely a bit of a tough spot for Ember. I mean, they're down, you know, it's 4-3, and they're kind of surrounded on three sides by the offense.
Milkman finds Shadow Warrior.
By tow trucks.
Physics is over here just shooting into the air at the APC, trying to distract fire. It's a 3-on-3. They know where that LMG is. They've known the whole time.
Yeah, they just need to get a good peek on him without dying.
John running up over the plane nose now.
Oh no, I can't move.
John straight up on top of Switch.
They don't know that Quokka's there though. That's gonna bite John.
True.
Oh, but he's not looking the right way. Quokka does find him. Now it's a 2-on-2. But Quokka's being pinched from both sides, and he's on the south side of this building. He doesn't have enough cover. Takes shots at the Blah, but does not find him. Milkman downs the Blah, and now Quokka's free to deal with the last man standing over here.
Can you get my stuff?
Yeah, things are definitely looking bad for Ember there for a minute, but it's starting to lighten up a little bit.
23 seconds left. It looks like Physics has given up.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it looks like he just gave up. Like actually gave up. I think he had a technical difficulty. He hit the give up button.
Well, at least he was on Marsoc. That's not good when that happens when you're on bulk.
Yeah, I think he was having some technical difficulties. It looked like he was messing with his utility, and I heard him say something about can't get his stuff.
Huh.
So not really sure what happened there. Unfortunately, he was the last man standing, so that cost his team the point. Maybe they're swapping out another player, though.
Yeah, it does seem that way, or at least restarting.
But both teams doing a good job. I mean, this is a much closer match than I thought it would be, but then again, I didn't have a whole lot of information on the Insurgents, like I said. But it's looking like it's going to be a good matchup.
I was just reaching out to the team to see if we can get any information.
So for those that haven't been around for a while, if you're new to the game, if you're new to Onward, new to VR, this is the objective. And you need to get close to the objective to cap the objective. Or you can kill everybody, but it's not as much fun as capping. And so on this particular objective, you can cap from inside here. You can cap from outside here. So you gotta watch, 'cause someone could come up to this corner and cap, and you could be defending. I mean, you could be looking at the objective and not notice it. But you've gotta pay attention to all corners of this building. And you have to type in a 7-digit code on your tablet that's random each time you spawn in.
Yeah, I've never seen the same one twice.
Someone do the math on that. How many permutations can we have? Like 7 to the nth power.
All right, so it looks like their player is going to reboot their computer.
All right, well, in that case, we're going to go to a quick intermission, and we'll be back when the player comes back.
See you on the flip side.
All right, it didn't take too long to reboot that computer. We are back, and we're in round number 4. Here we go. Insurgents on the defense. Crater spawn. Nice burp there. Crater spawn for the Ember boys. So mirrored spawns is going to allow Ember to take basically the entire north of the map. And right along here with Shadow Warrior and see where he goes. Oh, it doesn't look like he's going anywhere. He's just going to set up in those Volk twins. This defense didn't really push out at all. We've got Game Reaper, Shadow Warrior. They're all tucked right around the objective. So let's hop over.
There we go. Let's roll.
You're holding a syringe.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they've seen the same videos everybody else has, and they know that that's what you have to do with Ember,
it was a
is
crit-
play a tight defense.
Round they push a guy all the ambulance, so they might push one out a little bit. So be ready for it. Don't expect them all.
All the communication coming out from Hailfire here, explaining to his team where the enemies can come from, where they could push to.
Milk, I'm gonna do the back wall cross.
But you know what? Who is this up in the roof courtyard? Is that Quokka? That's Quokka.
Yes.
Quokka
Yeah,
is...
he's been a bit of a madman this match.
I mean, getting up and over this wall, it's a pretty common tactic, right? You come right up over it, shoot whoever is hiding here. So then you see people take up weirder positions to avoid getting shot as this guy comes up over the wall. But it looks like the Insurgents are all tucked in. The Blah is in Burning Center, but he's way in there. But is Shadow... Yep, Shadow finds Quokka from the Volk twins.
Not a great frag to confirm him.
Shadow finds Hailfire on a long shot. Hailfire trying to use that LMG from a long distance. He was all the way on the north wall, making a cross on that west.
Okay, it's better if you go up and shoot him immediately. Shoot him immediately. He's in front of the cockpit.
Shadow Warrior calling for the Blah to go confirm the body of Quokka. Shadow finds another one.
Down west. Another one down west.
The Blah finally gets that confirmation shot. It took him a couple of bursts to get that. But Insurgents looking strong on this defense. This western approach is just deadly.
Yeah, they're up 5,
No,
Ember's
west is
down to
clear.
2.
There are
They
two
definitely have their
coming.
work cut out for them.
Shadow got it covered.
And it looks like they're still gonna opt to take the west approach.
does appear that way. I mean, I don't think Light Shaper and Switch have made any noise, so I mean, they could be anywhere right now as far as Insurgents is concerned.
They know that the guy's in Burning Center. I mean,
We got plenty of time.
at least you've got to assume that he's there. But I think they heard
Yeah.
the shots on Aquoka, so they should know he's there. And they're kind of focused in on it.
They're just trying to find that one little line where they can get that pick.
You know, realistically, if the Insurgents had opted to send one guy around the east side, this would be a perfect opportunity to get a nice flank in. But they're not doing it, and the reason they're not doing it is, one, I feel like that's not part of their plan. That's not their gameplay. But two, they don't know where these other guys are.
Exactly.
They have an accurate kill count. They know there's 3 dead, but they don't know where the other 2 are. And if you can't figure out where on the map the enemy is, then, you know, doing a flank is pretty risky because they could be anywhere. They could just be waiting for you, you know?
You don't know when you're going to encounter them to be ready to shoot.
Game Reaper and Shadow Warrior both are watching this western approach here, and Switch is coming around this corner. Game Reaper should see him.
I'm just going to say this west looks pretty heavily fortified. I don't see this approach working out very well for Ember.
I mean, I wanted to say Switch doesn't even know where those shots are coming from. Nope. Yeah, you saw the same thing I saw. He just started shooting at Heskos. Game Reaper with a nice kill there. Yeah, I was going to say, I've never seen a western approach actually work out going south, but then we did see it the previous round because they got that nice snapshot on a Light Shaper. But the Insurgents have stacked 2 people over here instead of just 1, so it's a little more fortified, and they have different angles. Light Shaper takes a couple of shots from the building. Game Reaper now looking for that refrag. Light Shaper goes down to Shadow Warrior. Insurgents with a dominating 5-man standing defense there.
Yeah, I think Light Shaper thought he got the pick there, but unfortunately didn't. Yeah, Ember, I think they're playing a little more aggressive than I'm used to seeing them play. They've kind of been pushing people up early and getting picked off.
Do you think it's maybe because they don't know how this team plays? So they're going to try and just use that aggression. You know, some teams do that, right? Some teams are like, we're just going to overwhelm them. We're going to rush them. I know Animal House likes to do that. Like, round 1 of every map, they're just going to come at you. And,
right,
you know, 50% of the time, maybe a little bit more, they're going to get some crazy cap in like 15 seconds because you're just not ready. You know, you're not warmed up. You're not prepared. And
yeah, and if that works out, I mean, it could push you into playing in a way that you normally wouldn't.
It's all mind games, people. The whole game is just mind games.
Yep.
You put pressure on the enemy, and then they start changing their strategy based on you being aggressive, and then all of a sudden you're not aggressive, and they are, and they get picked, and it's all mind games, people. We're moving to the eastern, though. What do you think about this?
Well, for one, the map's tied up, and for 2 eastern, I always say this objective, it's really hard to get near the objective, but once you're there, if you can pick off everybody who is there, it's really hard for the defense to rotate back, so it's like almost a guaranteed cap.
Yeah, I agree. It is pretty difficult to get to this objective. It's one that I would probably even say, just opt for the kill. It's just easier.
You know, sometimes the stars align and you're like, hey, I'm on objective and nobody else is, so punch the code in.
There's only 2 spawns for this, North Street and South Street, and it looks like Insurgents are spawning on the South Street. Ember putting out some smokes. Pre-fire coming out from Insurgents. Are these smokes good? Are the lays gonna work? Looks like they're all facing the wrong direction. They're all facing backwards. Hailfire does take a couple of shots. Quokka's gonna make the run for it. He does make it across, and he is now gonna have to deal with the guy on the wing, taking shots at him. Quokka's gonna make it into the dunes, but just barely, and he's gonna have to deal with the guy on the wing. Hailfire did make it across. Let's take a look over here real quick. Hailfire made it across the street, but he hasn't made it into any kind of defensible position, really. He's crossing around behind the building. Physics is on the corner there. Fire is gonna be moving across his line of fire.
Ooh.
Physics takes him down.
Yeah, I mean, Physics was only showing like half a body there, and you know, Hellfire just sort of ran right out in front of it. Ooh.
Who's down?
Which finds
Physics
Physics.
does the same thing.
Oh. Ooh, who is that? John CZ just pushing up to the rock. How? Why? He knows that Quokka's here.
I mean,
how
it's
did
like
he make
one
the run? Quokka
The
finds
lemming
him.
effect is in full play.
The blah looking for the guy on the South Dunes now. I'm just amazed. John CZ made it from the South Wing all the way to the Pride Rock without Quokka peeking up and shooting him. Quokka now gonna see the blah. He goes down.
Third down.
Now we've got Shadow Warrior on the roof and Game Reaper on the north side of the post office. That's another. But he's got 3 members between him and the objective, and let's say Milkman can hear him. Ooh, Shadow finds the defender on objective. Switch goes down in the building. Milkman using this little defilade here behind him as cover. Crouched down, he's just waiting. But he's protected from behind by Quokka.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody were to run out there, I mean, he's kind of got cover at a glance, but if anybody looks there real good, you know, really well, they're gonna see him. And I have seen people there many times before, so it is a fairly common spot.
And Light Shaper doesn't look like he's looking south, but he is exposed to that south window. Game Reaper might actually be able to find the pick. Shadow Warrior is in the center burning rubble now. Yeah, right along with Game Reaper. Let's see what we can see.
He's still a little bit skeptical of that wireframe. I don't know if they didn't have good callouts or if they're just banking on the possibility of a second person there.
Yeah, you know, I've seen a lot of defenses where people stick one in there and then another one just that's only supposed to wait, never supposed to talk, you know, so that they don't know that
Right.
there's a second body there. They just sit in the bottom and wait the whole time. Now, Game doesn't know what to do because he knows he's pinned between someone in the South Dunes and whoever is around objective. He doesn't have a good idea where that objective person is. Nade's gonna come up and out.
On the south side, on the post office.
Looks like he's kind of... There he goes. It is going
That's a
to
good
alert
name.
Ember of his... Yeah, it is if anybody were home.
Right up and over wall. I feel like Milkman can hear Game Reaper when he talks.
He very well could. He seems more concerned about somebody coming around that northern side of the building.
When do you want me to smoke, OBJ?
Got a minute 58 remaining. I mean, they are so close to the objective. It's plenty of time. They just have to figure out how to deal with these members of Ember here.
What's your plan?
What's your plan? Not what you want to ask your teammate at a minute 45 left.
Right? I mean, I get it, though. Like, you're in this position. It's like, what do you do now?
Book's coming out. He's going to rotate around the south side. Oh, Quokka did move up from the dunes. Quokka's now on the other side of this building. Game Reaper. And Quokka is tucked down behind this rock.
This is not a bad play. If he swings out here wide enough, which he did,
Quokka
he could've
hears
gotten
him, though.
Quokka. Yeah, he needed to swing out wider.
Quokka with an accurate kill count knows there's only one left. Shadow right here. Milkman heard him.
The moment he peeks around here.
Milkman
There it
finds
is.
him. Ember takes their third point, but man, this is a hard-fought match. I'm so glad we picked this up.
Yeah, it definitely has been a great one. It's been you know, round for round, I do believe. I don't think anybody's gone up 2 points above the other team yet.
Yeah, it's been trades back and forth the whole time. And Volk trades, right? So that was just another Volk point.
I do believe you're right. So maybe Ember was onto something picking Volk first.
It mathematically does give them the advantage.
If you know you're good on Volk.
And this objective right here, being the one that they get on, it's like a cap right now doesn't matter. So all they have to do is kill, and being 3-2, this is a pretty good objective for it. You don't even have to worry about getting to it. And even if they lose it, they're just gonna go somewhere else. So I mean, they're in a pretty good spot. They can't lose right now, but they could win right now. It's not game point. And if they'd opted to beat Marsoc, it'd be backwards, right? They'd be down at 2 points. Yeah.
Switch the names.
Yeah. We go round 6. We're using all the rounds. Same spawns for Ember. Take a look over there. They're the blue guys on the other side of that building. They're spawned on the south street. Gonna assume that the insurgents are gonna try and make this cross, but what they're gonna have to deal with. You see all these lasers pointed down. Just the one. There's another one.
I do know Ember are capable of pegging you off from clear down the road. Shadow Warrior here having the right idea though, laying down next to these bridge supports.
Yeah, using the ground for cover, trying to expose as little of his body as possible. That's a really good spot.
Yeah, especially when you're on Volk, it's kind of dark right there. It's hard to see. And with throwing that smoke clear, you know, further down the road, it kind of makes people want to look there.
Yeah, I mean, they used the smoke, but they didn't cross. It was just a mind game, right? You think someone crossed. These are some weird defensive positions that I've actually never seen. Physics T here at the RV looking south.
It is interesting.
I'm not 100% sure how much visibility that gives you. Quokka does find Shadow on that overpass.
Yeah, definitely a great pick. I mean, with him being against the ground like that would have been a hard one to spot. And people don't typically play that far back, so.
So the... Ooh, Quokka's got a nade. It's going up. It's going into the courtyard. Nobody's there. The one thing that I will say about this defense is that it allows the south to get pushed. And if they're in the dunes, that gives you a lot of... Well, maybe not. Maybe the block can keep the south dunes clear. Shots from all over the place. Light Shaper shooting in the north. Blah shooting in the south. A frag coming out from Blah. Oh, it's gonna... No, it's just short of Quokka. Didn't cook it fast enough. John's gonna get shot here by Quokka. Quokka finds one. Quokka finds two.
Oh, nice double.
Quokka's on the objective. Quokka's got tablet out.
So much for all that just get the point talk. And there it is. Ember goes up 5. Wow.
Definitely didn't need to cap, but did it anyways. Ember taking map number 1. Strong finish there by Ember.
You know, and speaking on the mind game thing, I mean, that's a bit of a power move going into the next map. It may demoralize them slightly.
Shadow Warrior leading his team 9-4. Ember lead killer right now is Quokka with 7-3, but 1 cap, so I don't know how many kills you count that for on your team, but
at least 5.
you count. Well, you count the number of people that are still up when the cap happens. That's how you count it, right?
I mean, that could work too, I guess.
I mean, he capped. I think there were 3 still standing.
That's impressive as well. And, you know, just sort of as I was saying, like, they were all away from the objective. He cleared out the objective, and there was nobody there to tell him not to put in the code.
Yeah, and they, like I said, that defense just opened the south up too much, I think. That I don't think the guy at the RV needed to be there. That's too far away from the objective for my taste. He's never gonna make it back. And even if he tried to, he's probably gonna get shot. He has to cross a whole street. But allowing the South Dunes to get taken over, it didn't happen. But if you allow the South Dunes to get taken over, that area between the South Dunes and the building in the dunes, or between the highway and the building in the dunes, has a really good angle onto the objective building, the backside of glass where you hide in that little defilade, the hotel. I mean, and the guys in the under the overpass. So like, if someone gets there, that's really not a good spot in my opinion. And so having someone in the south, either in that 5-story all the way in the dunes somewhere, seems like a necessity to me. Plus that south guy can cover that approach that was made, that the Quokka made. I mean, he came up the south street. You shouldn't be able to just run up the street to that objective.
Right. Yeah, because there was kind of nobody in the south, stopping him.
All right, map number 2, a crowd favorite. We're going to Argo.
A little bit of.
And it looks like they're opting for defense again. Oh wait, no, this is Insurgents map choice, right?
Yes. Would like to thank Sleepy VR for his 17th month Twitch Prime sub. Thank you, Sleepy.
That's a lot. That's a lot of months.
That's a lot.
That's
yeah.
the longest relationship Sleepy's been. No. So, for those new to the game, Cargo, a crowd favorite because it's fast. It's action-packed.
Yes.
It's close quarters. There's lots of utility. You know, I honestly think there's more utility used on this tiny map than there are on large maps.
I mean, because some of like the locations to throw it are just, they work out better. You know, you can kind of almost guess there's going to be somebody in this one back corner, so throw a frag there, and you almost always get somebody, kind of a thing. Whereas on larger maps, you really have to identify where somebody's going to be before you throw a frag, or it's a wasted frag.
That's true, and I definitely opt to take smokes. The larger the map gets, the more smoke I have.
Right. You know, it's kind of a smaller map. It really, you benefit from peaking fast and sometimes playing fast, although you can play it slow as well.
Now, it looks like the Insurgents roster is the same. Game Reaper, Shadow Warrior, John CZ, Physics T, and the Blah. And Ember has Quokka, Hailfire, Light Shaper, Milkman, and Switch. So all of the same players.
So they're just using their full allotted time to plan. I know first round planning tends to always take the longest.
What do you mean by plan? There's no plan on Cargo. It's run, shooty shoot, bang bang, cap.
Maybe over at SMC that's how you guys do it, but on our team we plan for Cargo.
No, I say you see the enemy, you shoot the enemy. That's the entire plan. Now, Cargo is a favorite of SMC for sure. We like the aggression. We don't like taking time in our matches. No reason to take 6 minutes. But for new players, there are some rules specific to the Master League that you need to remember for Cargo. Specifically, the early nade rules. You cannot throw a grenade before 5:50 on your watch or on the timer.
Right, it can't explode until 15 seconds into the round.
Same with C4. You can throw it, but you can't blow it until 5:45 on the clock. And flashes can go off at 5:48 on the clock. Also, new rules this season. The M203 smoke is valid on all maps. So technically you could take it and put a smoke grenade wherever you wanted.
Yeah. Pinpoint accuracy.
Pinpoint accuracy for the grenade, but not for the rifle as you lose your foregrip. Here we go. Round 1. Map 2. A little desk pop from the Ember boys. Giving away that spawn.
Take it slow, tuck in. Don't be.
Ooh, nice little C4 on the bottom of this blue crate.
Yep. But a good check nade should cover that. Defense here, setting up. Look at those lasers. I mean, they're like, everyone's just crossing lasers, crossing streams. Take a look at the offense here. Doesn't look like they're pushing up either.
And they're definitely opting for the long play.
The Blah, is the Blah running a shield? He is. The Blah and Shadow Warrior with a shield on the right side of the map. Eastern side. Game Reaper is pushing up through the middle. Look at that. Look at the map. He's in. I've never seen anyone really come through the mid there. Normally they come through the buildings.
Maybe that's why he's doing it.
Might work. Quokka here is waiting for that shield player.
I heard 2 frags prepped.
They're going right on a Quokka's position. He's moving out. Oh. Quokka doesn't see the shield come out because he was tucked in when that cross happened. Now the smokes are rolling in. The Blob puts one on the switch, finds one. Shadow Warrior finds Quokka. Shadow Warrior finds Hailfire. Light Shaper's tucked in over here at the barrels. Milkman's going for the res. He does get the res out. But Physics takes down Switch again. Wow.
Ooh, nice D4 kill.
Light Shaper still over here at the barrels. Last man standing on the Insurgents over here, Shadow Warrior. Those smokes are dissipating. They know he's there.
Yeah, he's got to hear him.
Oh, he's in the yellow building. That's not a great spot. He has
It's
to,
a death trap.
you have to get out of the
Going on
door.
there on-
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Also,
don't know if Light Shaper is trying to be silent here, not calling it out.
all that feedback from John, you could hear John on the radio, and you'd hear it in Shadow Warrior. So I think he needs to turn down his headphones a little bit. There's one problem with the Index and some other open ear solutions is that the feedback, so you can hear that static, and that's giving away Shadow Warrior's position. Hailfire's just gonna go for it. He picks up the shield.
He took the shield.
Oh, and he goes down. Oh my god! And he
Oh, and
gives
he
him
just
the
gave it
shield.
shield.
Oh, look at that. He just props it up, and now he's got more cover. I'll watch that again. Let's see if we can watch this Hailfire assault.
I mean, Ember was in good shape. They had 3, so, I mean, they could afford it.
He just keeps moving the shield cover out more and more and more.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I can definitely hear that radio.
What's weird, though, is I'm hearing the static, but I'm not hearing the talking. So is his teammate not talking to him and just hitting the radio?
I think, that's a tactic I hear sometimes. Is you just sort of beep the radio a couple times to kind of alert somebody that you're down. So maybe that's what he's trying to do. Oh, and he finally gets the memo. He's rotating back maybe to try and get this res.
Oh, that's a long rotation. Man, that static is so loud.
Yeah, it's like Marco Polo.
I mean, I know sometimes in lobbies I can like yell and I can echolocate people, which is really entertaining because their headsets feedback. But yeah, I mean,
Oh, and he expired. It's too late. He might get caught out, you know, reaching down for the to stick the needle in.
Well, Shadow finds Milkman on the objective. Yeah, he died. Sorry, Shadow. But you've got a shield, so all you gotta
Yeah,
do is put it out and cross.
Just sort of side shimmy past Light Shaper.
I mean, yeah. But they don't know where Light Shaper is. He hasn't made any noise this whole time.
Yeah, he's been super silent.
Don't you leave that shield.
He's leaving the shield.
What are you?
I think he's afraid somebody's back in that corner.
Yeah, but
But they are not.
keep it on your back.
Right, yeah, at least like, you know.
Oh no. Oh, the 30-second beep. Oh, he
he's
finds the
afraid.
kill, but Ember
Ember
it.
takes it. Oh.
Woo. Wow. Let's take a quick look at that replay real quick. He peeks the corner. He knew, I mean, he had good game sense, and he was like, the guy is here, obviously.
Right.
But,
Like, why wouldn't you peek that with the shield?
yeah.
I don't know.
Using the shield to figure out enemy locations is the best way to use the shield. It's what it's for.
I mean, even just peek it to find out he's there and then peek it without it to shoot. Like, I don't know. I mean, it's easy for us to, you know, tear apart their strategy from above. You know, everything looks different when you're in game, for sure.
Yeah, that's true. And maybe you're not comfortable with the shield. You know, like, you can take it, sure. But, I mean, I still would have had it on my back. I don't think I would have just left it. Having it on your back, it does no detriment to you, I don't think.
No, I don't think it does.
So, I think that's where I would have been with it. But, I mean, it came down to a 1v1 trade. Shadow got 4 kills that round. He did most of the work. So, you can't fault him too much.
I feel like it could have been over a little sooner if Hellfire hadn't gotten crazy and ran in there with the shield.
Yeah, that definitely gave up the multi-angle defense that they had. I mean, especially if they knew he was in there. Like,
Yeah,
why rush
just-
in there?
just wait him out. You know, just run up there and be like, I know you're in there.
Yeah, I would have started taunting him. That's,
Oh, absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
New players, the name of the game is Taunt the Enemy.
They work well together. I'm just gonna try to chill though. Oh, you didn't throw your C4 by the way. No.
Oh, there's a C4.
Late on that, my dude. You're supposed to throw.
Milkman finds one peeking out of the tunnel. Game Reaper goes down on objective. I don't think that C4 is going to catch anybody. Oh, Milkman takes one down out of the tunnel and then just runs all the way back down the tunnel. He's out of there. He's leaving. The rest of the team is just pushing on the right side here.
Boy, they're pushing hard through there. I've never seen an approach like this before. Nuts.
Shadow finds Quokka. Switch takes down Hailfire.
Oh!
John takes down Milkman. Shadow's still back there in the corner. They're not ready for him. Light Shaper goes down to Shadow. Now it's all up to Switch. He's on the objective, though. He's tablet out.
Yeah, he's doing it. Oh, wait, no, you can't do it from in there.
Yes, you can. He's capping. They don't know. He's capping. No one's reacting. Oh, no. Oh, they had 4 down. Ember, strong push on that one.
I mean, that looked absolutely insane until it looked genius.
That was like, hey guys, follow me, and they all just ran. I mean, I do like it. Like, if you're coming out of the smoke one at a time, then you have that idea of where the guy shot the guy in front of you, and so you take him down, and you just keep filling guys in.
Right.
And as long as, you know, theoretically it would work because they're not going to have 5 people stacked on one side. So you're going to have the man advantage at some point. And it just kind of folds in that one side. And like they said, they even called it. They said our west side's down. Or our east side.
Yeah.
That's the east side. But they said it was down, but then no one reacted.
I think it was because who was it that came out the tunnel and picked one off and then just sort of retreated, and it switched the focus over to the tunnel, like, oh, they're coming out the tunnel, and it just opened that up perfectly. I mean, that was a genius play.
Yeah, that was a great play. Yeah, he got that pick on the objective guy and then just ran away. And as soon as that pick was called out, smokes came rolling in and they just ran down the other side. Yeah, that worked really well. And there was a team kill.
Yeah, I'm sure Switch heard about that when he got back to the tent. No doubt.
Shoot your captain in the back of the head. All right, Ember just has to defend. We're over there. We're at the propane tank now. I've seen this one be quick capped.
It can happen.
Switch one says don't die till the end.
Are those green boxes punchable?
Free fire on the lane. The rest of the team looks like they're going to push up. They are super stacked up behind that shield. No one over here to stop this approach.
Well, the way they're laying all those smokes in there, it's almost like they think it's a deadly diamond objective.
Physics putting out. Oh, it's
Oh,
C4!
that's C4!
Oh, it gets 4!
Oh no, they just have to go clean up. Oh, that was beautiful.
Oh man, Quokka. Highlight of the game. Game Reaper's gonna check his tablet and be like, what happened?
Right? He heard one boom and just...
Now Quokka's running up on him though. Quokka's making a lot of noise.
Yes, he is. I don't think he's ready to...
Game Reaper pre-fire those footsteps. Now he's all alone.
That was the C4 with a capital 4.
Oh man, I want to watch that replay again. Here we go. I said they were too stacked up.
You did. You called it.
That was 100% why. Man. Game Reaper. Can he clutch it? 4 members of Ember still standing.
I mean, I've seen it happen. I've seen it. I believe. He's got plenty of bullets. He's got the LMG.
The problem is time management. He has to
get 4 minutes.
He does, but he has to get the picks and rotate. He can't just wait 2 minutes for someone to come out and get shot, you know? You have to actively be making this approach. You can't just wait.
This is true. You know, Ember has all the time in the world. They could just sit there. And Hailfire, he's getting a little sneaky. He's trying to do like the slow flank.
Yeah, he's coming out of the tunnel exit, and he is technically behind the enemy now. So as soon as Game Reaper actually takes shots, Hailfire is going to come out of that tunnel and try and find him in the back. He's moving slow. He's not making noise. He's doing a very good approach here. But those three...
Let's see what he does once he gets his first pick. He's gonna have to hard rotate immediately, because one thing I know about Ember is when somebody goes down, everybody will pile on to where that shot came from.
What a headshot. He just saw it, lined it up, and shot. But yeah, those 3 last defenders are so tucked in. Well, now 2 are so close to each other that it's going to be hard to pick them one at a time. And your feet are exposed now as he's coming around here. But no one's looking for his feet. He's going to run back, though. He's making a lot of noise.
Oh, he doesn't have the time for this sort of a hard rotation.
Hear that adrenaline. He's breathing hard.
Yeah, if he can't keep his heart rate down, he's going to miss the shots.
And it's even worse. He's not seeing anybody. Ooh, shots ringing out. They know where he's at. He's running.
I'm surprised Hailfire hasn't just crashed in on him yet.
Hailfire's on the move now. Under the door, Milkman takes him down. Ember take map number 2.
I mean, that round was the C4 all day.
100%. That C4 was spectacular.
I don't think we've seen a C4 like that in quite some time.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think we've seen one yet this season. A good multi-kill. Here's that Killtacular. Kilimanjaro. Looking at the scoreboard here. Quokka only has 4 kills. So is that those his only kills? Were the C4?
I guess that would be it, yeah.
Man.
Because he cleaned up all 4 of them, so...
Shadow Warrior once again leading the Insurgent side 7-2.
Yeah, I don't like to see that kind of spread in kills. I mean, you don't see that over on Ember's side. I feel like when you have an even spread of kills, you tend to do better.
I agree. I mean, sometimes you have one guy that just does well, but like relying on that one person to get all the kills is not a solid strat. You want to work as a team.
Work.
And this was the Insurgents map choice too. So Ember shutting them down 4-0 on their map choice.
With a cap.
With a cap and an almost team wipe C4. I mean, that is some harsh lessons there.
Absolutely.
And now, we're moving on to Downfall Day.
Okay, bit of a long-range map to close it out. I mean, at this point, the series is already decided. This is just for funsies and MMR.
And it looks like this is Insurgents map choice as well, as Ember is on defense.
Okay.
We're going to start off with the lower dumpster OBJ.
And Ember on defense now. One thing I know Ember likes to do is they might send a flanker out, but other than that, they kind of do this eyes off defense, where you kind of have to get close before you can even see a defender, and by that point, it might be too late.
Yeah, they let you approach, and then they catch you when you think you're clear. You're so close to the objective and you haven't been shot yet, and that the scenarios are running through your head, and you're like, wait, why haven't I been shot? How did I make it here? Where are the enemy?
Yeah.
And then you get shot from some random position.
Yep, absolutely.
Insurgents currently waiting on one player. Ember with the same lineup. I'm gonna assume the Insurgents are playing with the same lineup as well. They're just waiting on the blah to load in. So yeah, we're going to the longest range map. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Especially considering that there's parts of the map that aren't really even on the map.
Yeah, that's true. So maybe the Insurgents, I mean, they've picked all of these maps, which is weird because they've gone long range, short range, long range. Yeah, that doesn't really make sense. I don't think cargo should have been in this rotation. If Insurgents are picking all of these maps, I feel like map number 2 should have been like a Bazaar or a Snow Peak.
I think Ember are kind of well known for their Bazaar game, though.
They are. They're pretty good at Bazaar. I don't know. I'm just not seeing a what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word. I don't know what I'm looking. A pattern. That's the word I'm looking for. I'm not really seeing a pattern from the Insurgents here. Because they're basically playing all the maps. I mean, if we go back and look at the map page and check out their played maps, Bazaar, Cargo, Downfall, Quarantine, Snow Peak, Subway, and then today we've got Quarantine, Cargo, and Downfall. So they're all over the place on their map choices.
I mean, they are kind of a newer team, though. I mean, maybe they're just sort of feeling things out and seeing what they're good at.
True, which is totally reasonable as well.
So I mean, you could be good on a map against one team and be terrible on that map against another.
Yeah, that's also true. It depends on who you're playing and how they play the map. But Ember's pretty good at Downfall. Last time I played them on Downfall, they did a very good job of... They would get places. They would get their setup and then attack, but they would get where they wanted to go without being seen. I mean, it was very impressive. I enjoyed playing with them because I liked their gameplay. And it kept us on our toes, you know? You're 3 minutes into the round and you're like, have you seen anybody? Have you seen anybody?
No.
Have you seen anybody?
Yeah.
Where are they at? And then all of a sudden, gunshots ring out from every direction and you're like, they're everywhere!
And I don't know how many times I've been like in a good defensive location. The next thing I know, there's somebody in the room with me killing me.
Yeah.
You know, they're good at that sneak up approach as well.
Yeah, they're very good at getting where they want to get to and quietly and not being seen. I think they take that from the Blaze boys. I think they've been learning, because Blaze also like to do that, like to get their setup way ahead of time and then kind of push in all at once. It does look like we're having a bit of some technical difficulties on the Insurgent side. They're still short of players. We're going to cut to a quick intermission, and we'll be right back. right, we're back. Everyone's in the lobby. We're starting here. Whoa, starting here. And it's a quick spawn.
You have to get on this thing, bro.
They didn't see it.
Do it for AF.
Yeah, they definitely don't see him. Oh, they hear him. What was that?
Quokka's running for that center hotel. That's a risky play. Oh, but he just barely made it.
Yeah, surely he was called out.
Got a warrior here.
He's behind the wall near the red truck.
Good call onto, who is that? Switch's location. But Quokka finds Game Reaper and Light Shaper with a sniper rifle. Finds someone else. I didn't read who the kill feed said. Quokka goes down and trade with Shadow. Out the window. There we go. And Insurgents have dropped one again, it looks like.
Ooh, not what you want to have happen in the middle of a round. Yeah, Insurgents down to 1.5, soon to be 2. Ember having 4. We're barely a minute in.
Rez is gonna come out. Who has the sniper rifle?
I killed the
Light
I think it was Light
Shaper.
Shaper.
He's still at.
Is he up in Marsoc?
He's in the white building.
Ooh, okay.
Where did he kill the guy?
I think they realized that they only have 2 players. They're not happy about that. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, I'm going center hotel.
Do you want me to smoke anything, or do you want to just go?
Yes. Fuck it. They know that we are here. I have to smoke off. Leave it.
Yeah, Switch and Milkman here. They're definitely going to play a pivotal part in this defense.
Shots
I'd be
from
surprised.
Milkman. Kill the blah.
I'll be surprised if they make it to Center Hotel, honestly. Well, if he, at this point.
A tight shot from Milkman through this cover. I can never see through that cover stuff. And he managed to find the head of a player.
Yeah, they have to know where he is now from that frag grenade coming out.
Shots ringing out from Marsoc. Did not catch him. Got a warrior now clearing upstairs. He's gonna clear the whole center hotel. Does find a dead body. Yeah, gives it a good old knife from just double check.
You can never be too sure.
You can't. I've double tapped a body like 4 times and it still lived. So you got the knife is the easiest way to make sure. He's got a tall
definitely-
order. That's sniper.
Oh,
Ooh.
man, he was on that.
Wait, Switch has an SKS? But Light Shaper had a SV98. Is the SKS in the assault class?
No.
How did they have
You
two?
can have. I think you can have 2.
Can't have 2 snipers. You only have 1 sniper class.
Okay.
Are we sure? The SKS might be in the assault class. I just never use it.
Yeah, neither do I. Anyway, that's for the mods to figure out.
Chat, let us know if I'm losing my mind, but there were 2 sniper rifles on this.
Is it one of those guns that could be in either, and depending on how you like?
Right, that's what I
equip it?
think. I think it can be in the assault class with like a hollow sight. Or, you know, both of them could click on sniper at the same time and it could just let it happen because there are still some bugs in the current build. Seen that happen before. You know, I've never... Seeing a team get out of quick spawn is pretty difficult, especially if it's been identified. That one wasn't identified
That's true.
until Quokka was already halfway down the road, but it's still... Even if you don't identify it, really, like... the spread you can get from the defense. If you get someone up in Marsoc, making a cross from center hotel towards the lower dumpster is just difficult. And then you have to spend all the time going around the north side of the map to the east side and somehow assaulting the Marsoc towers before getting shot in the open. So it's just really a tough spawn for this objective.
Yeah, I absolutely hate quick spawn on this one.
I just stand there and wave at him. I'm like, meh.
Now we lost a different player off of Insurgent side.
Yeah, John CZ dropped. I feel like he got shot and then dropped. So I don't think it really affected the round. I'm pretty sure Light Shaper killed him with that sniper and then he dropped.
And he killed him so bad it knocked him out of the game.
It happens, man. I've got times where grenades go off and kill everybody. It's just everyone gets dropped to the main menu. But it does sound like they've been having some tracking issues between their team. I'm not sure what kinds of systems people are playing on these days. But I'm assuming if you're on a CV1, it may be at the end of its lifespan. It's going to have more issues.
True.
The cable's going to be kind of going bad, and you can't get replacement cables. Your sensors might have finally burned out your USB ports because you're running them on like 3.0s and they just use a lot of data. All kinds of stuff. I mean, the longevity of VR systems right now is up in the air. I don't know. How long has the CV1 been out?
Boy, I think it's been, about 4 years now?
Yeah, it's been a while. About the same amount of time I expect my Xbox to last. So I think it's fair.
And we use our systems hard too. We're not the average user.
Yeah, we are
of a VR headset,
definitely
that's
the
for sure.
worst. The most time spent in VR, and we only play like one game, and we spin around. We use stocks. We use suspension cables for the ceiling. All kinds of stuff.
And then if you don't use the suspension cables, you get down on the ground. When you go to stand up, you stand on your cord and about rip the headset off your head.
Yep. We punch walls. We punch holes in walls. We punch out lights on fans. Let's see. I think Mr. Death the other night, if I was reading the Discord correctly, spun around, knocked the knife off of his desk, and stabbed himself.
Well, why'd you have a knife in your play area?
I mean,
one.
Maybe he likes to live dangerously. I don't know. But that's what I was reading. I was like, I don't know if this is true or not, but we've seen people punch TVs, punch monitors. Hoochie's broken a tooth.
Wow. I have a drop ceiling in my play area, and I've definitely hit the ceiling tiles.
Yeah, Hoochie fell and hit his desk and broke his tooth. What else?
My one teammate ripped his computer off the desk.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
He just drops in the middle of a round, and he comes back, and he's like, I ripped my computer down.
Yeah, that's no good. All of this will be a thing of the past, though, with the Quest. No wires, no required play space. You don't have to have like a static play space. You just shove a couch out of the way or so, and go.
You could set up a router like next to your exterior wall and go play outside.
I played out of my garage the other day. I was playing. I forget what I was playing, but I was in my studio, and the Quest doesn't like plain walls because everything is green, so it can't determine what direction I'm looking if I look at the green screen side. So I was like, well, I'll just go play in my living room, and then I realized that I have a hammock strung across my living room, so I was like, I'm gonna go to the garage, and it was like an Indian sweat lodge. I was dying. I was in my boxers playing in the garage, and I was like, normally I don't think my neighbors can hear me because I'm inside my house. I'm pretty loud, guys. If you haven't played with me in game, I'm pretty loud. But then it took me probably an hour of playing before I realized that I'm in a garage and all I have is this door between me and the neighbor. It's like there's no insulation, you know. So I was like yelling, and I was like, oh, they can all probably hear me yelling at people, and you know, oops. And I think it was like midnight. But yeah, the quest has some issues. I mean, like tracking wise, I think I've been told. So if you've got plain walls, like, well, I think a normal wall would work, but with the green screen, I've been told that if I take like green tape and put X's on the walls, it will fix it, because then it
was like
tracks.
too plain.
Yeah, it couldn't tell. I mean, it all looks the same. It all chroma's the same, so they couldn't tell. If I would spin around, it would just be like, nope, you're not in tracking anymore. And I was like, okay, well, so I think I could fix that with some green duct tape. But not having a cable, you know.
Does that throw off your chroma then?
I haven't tried it yet. I don't think so. I can fudge the chroma pretty well. There's enough light in here. So.
Anyway, we do have a full lobby now. It looks like Breverick.
We do. New player joining the lobby. A new challenger approaches. How many other game throwbacks can I get into this cast?
I don't know.
You must construct additional pylons.
I mean, we still have most of the third map, so I'd say the sky's the limit.
Yeah. Brevert? I don't know how you say it. How you say that?
Breverick.
Breverick?
At least that's what I'm going with.
I'm gonna call him Bree. We're just gonna go with that. And chat has told me that the SKS is in the Rifleman class, which is what I thought. I just never use it in the Rifleman class. And we're going into round number 2. Are we gonna see a quick spawn? No, we are gonna see a Marsoc spawn. Wait, there's only 4 people here.
Okay, go from here.
Oh, there he is.
There's the last
Wow.
one. There's the last one. That happens sometimes. I don't think we're gonna see any crazy defensive pushes here.
Ember pushing 4 up into the Marsoc twins, but I'm going to focus on this guy up here in the South Hills, Light Shaper, with his sniper rifle. Got a M16 with a scope and a foregrip. Unfortunately, doesn't have a drum mag. That's the pro move.
Yeah, what are you doing, Light Shaper?
You give your teammate a drum mag, and then you've got suppressive fire from range.
Yeah, this is that part of the map I was talking about that's not even on the map.
You should see Shadow Warrior in the white building there.
One down.
Shadow takes down Quokka. Oh, but Hailfire, the nice little peek, saves his teammate's life, because they were definitely super exposed right there. I mean, look through this window, Switch and Hailfire were just right there.
Yeah, it was definitely a close one. A little bit of pre-fire on the dark room. Nobody's home though.
Hailfire moving down now.
Oh boy, he's going. Game Reaper had to have heard that approach.
Yeah, it's hard to judge in-game how far your steps make noise. Physics taking some shots from that sniper rifle. Hailfire finds Physics, but the block by Switch. Game Reaper with a nice pick up in the window finds Hailfire.
Yeah, that was a tight angle for sure.
Nice kill. They know where these last 2 are, I believe. They've got one in the hill and one in the Marsocs.
Yeah, things aren't looking so great for Ember. I mean, they're down to 2 players now to Insurgents 3.5.
Yeah, and Physics is, yeah, in a pretty good spot. He can make some call-outs.
The one downside about being up in those south hills is you go so far to rotate.
Yeah, it's a long approach.
And it's super exposed.
I'm rotating again.
Just gonna make his move. He's rotating. We've got, who else is still up? Milkman down in the valley. Oh, him.
Not sure why he's staring at his tablet so intently. Maybe he can't believe that there's only 2 of them left.
Should have a shot onto the guy in Center Hotel.
I'm surprised they didn't rotate the res physics T.
Well, you'd have to come out
Oh, you
the
have that
south
sniper
side.
on the
Yeah.
south, obviously, yeah. He's giving good call-outs, though. I mean, I don't know if they're aware of Milkman's location yet.
And Physics has got to be calling out Milkman.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty darn exposed.
Ooh, a shot onto Bree from the sniper puts him back into the door. They know he's there. They know he's downstairs. And they're just waiting for him to peek. But Game Reaper, nope. I was gonna say he's slowly pieing the corner. Bree did make the cross on those windows somehow.
Boy, Milkman is so exposed right now.
The half member of Insurgents did just expire. Now Milkman's all clear. I mean, he can just walk around this side of the objective.
Yeah, I mean, if Lightshaber lays down some cover fire and Milkman's able to take care of the man downstairs, Breverick, he could get a good cap. I mean, he could get an easy cap.
Milkman checked his tablet, looking at that code. If he takes these shots, though, then he's going to expose himself to Game Reaper.
Yeah, he needs maybe a little bit of luck here to get close. Oh, there it is.
Shots happen. Both members of Insurgents start ringing. Oh, he's in
And
the
there
objective.
he is. He's in. This is a cap.
This is a cap.
I don't think they can rotate. I don't know. Game Reaper's getting pretty close. Oh, he goes around.
Oh, Game Reaper finds him on the backside, and the sniper does not support.
I mean, I think this is Insurgents round. I don't think there's anything Lightshaber can do right now.
Lightshaber has.
Fuck.
I switched back to Lightshaber. He's not happy.
Yeah, he realized he's got 29 seconds to come down off this hill. I don't even know if he could sprint there in that much time.
Yeah, I don't think you can. Is he running a canted sight? I don't see one. Just the 12x.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and he's got a 12x too, so he basically has no sight once he gets down here.
Yeah, he's out of time. This is an Insurgents win here.
And they know it. They're just tucked in. Man, and an insult to injury.
Insurgents take their point. It's a good approach. But yeah, I think we see that with snipers more often than anything, is that they just run out of time. They're last man standing, all by themselves, way off of objective.
I mean, that was a great play. If Lightshaber was able to defend and shoot that guy who was outside, he would have had an easy cap. But it just, he was able to get that, who was it on objective? His butt was sticking out just a little tiny bit, gave that line of sight, got taken out, and then, 30 seconds to run clear down off the hill. It just wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, Quokka didn't run far enough into that room for that cap, I don't think. But also, Lightshaber, you had one job.
You had one job,
One job.
Lightshaber.
That was it. I also think it's funny that Lightshaber takes an M16 sniper on Marsoc, but on Volk, he was taking a bolt action.
I mean, maybe it was because his job was, you know, cover fire. It's kind of lame cover fire with a bolt action.
That's true. It kind of is. But if your job's cover fire, give that man a drum mag. Round number 3. Moving over to the North Watch. New objective.
Wow, early picks coming out.
What is happening? Does your timer say 6 minutes plus still?
Yes.
I don't think this round is going to go correctly. Early picks on both sides. 1.5 down on the Insurgent side and 1 down on the Ember side. The defense, though, is very tucked back. Ember's down a player. Like, missing a player. So only 3 defenders, actually, not 4. I don't know what happened with this load-in. Shadow gets a res onto the blah, and they're slowly creeping their way. They're over there, proning over towards the hotel.
I mean, north 2-story. I'm going to try and peek.
For those that don't know, this is another objective that can be capped from downstairs inside the building.
Inside, outside, and I don't think you can cap it from inside the dark room. I think you have to come out a little bit.
No, that's too far.
These guys just standing here on the hill looking for that,
One is in center
that
hotel,
easy
be careful.
pick. Hotel. There is no
Or
one.
maybe lower dumpster. He went into that area.
Oh yeah, there is one over there.
You think it's dark room?
I don't know. I'm not gonna go there.
Kind of determining what's happening as they stand at the ridge line. The blob putting shots onto. Where are you?
I think there's a guy in northwest 2-story. No, sorry, west 2-story, southwest 2-story.
I think Insurgents are a little shaky on their callouts.
Northwest 2-story.
I mean, the defense from Ember, only having 4 members standing, is still pretty good, but the front is kind of exposed. If some good smoke comes out from from lower red truck, you can get a good cross in there.
Yeah, they're all gonna have to kind of push up ahead of the objective if somebody comes in the front there. All there is really milking.
Ooh, and he's taking shots.
Yes, he is. Of course, we do have this one defender over at Center Hotel who's gonna kind of cover any sort of approach to the front of the objective. And we're about halfway through the round and they haven't even gone past red truck.
Oh, Milkman with a nice headshot. He was waiting for that for so long. I don't think he even knows he got it.
He may not. Sometimes it's hard to tell at distance if did they just sort of duck down or did they die.
Yeah, he didn't call it.
Yeah, and he's still kind of trained in on it.
Second Insurgents are going to send 2 players around the eastern side of the map and leave their 1 guy in the north hotel.
It's a little late for that now. You only got 2.5 minutes remaining.
Switch is watching that smoke, but he's got someone's lined up on him. Shadow Warrior is looking for the kill on the Switch. Where's that window at? Switch needs to be very mindful of where he's looking, and he's not looking where he needs to be. The Blah has made it up to that crater building in the north. Peek in the corner, trying to fire on these windows.
side point.
Yeah, he's kind of,
Focus behind me.
you know, Ember kind of has that covered from 2 different angles. So if he pokes out here, it's gonna be bad news.
Yeah, Milkman's gonna find this kill. Or not. Quokka finds Shadow Warrior at the center bungalow.
Yeah, he's gonna have.
With a
He
block.
just made it inside.
Some pre-fire and a run and a trade. The blah with a headshot. Milkman with a kill as well. Quokka goes down, rotating back to objective because no one was there. But it's a one-on-one now. Switch has a
Switch.
man. Switch has got to be feeling the pressure. Those smokes are too close to the objective for my comfort. But he does know that those shots from Bree came from center hotel area, or sorry, north bungalow area.
And we're not so sure they have an accurate kill count because who was it? Milkman was a little skeptical of that one. Switch might think he's up against 2 right now.
Bree looking at his tablet, reading the code out.
Of course, Switch also knows that there's only 37 seconds remaining.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy!
Shots ringing out. Neither one finding a kill.
I think Switch did catch a round.
Make the
No,
run.
He at least saw the rotation.
Ember, by the skin of their teeth, defend their point.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Insurgents were doing that round. They kind of hung out up on the hill, like, just sort of talking about their play. I guess, you know what I mean? Like, they didn't really jump into action until almost 3 minutes into the round.
Yeah, and I'm still not sure what happened with the timer. I feel like they were technically already out of time. I don't know. Doesn't matter. It would have been Ember either way, so doesn't really matter. And we are still on the same objective. Everyone is back in the lobby.
I mean, that's a good start. This potentially could be the last round of the game.
Yeah, Ember could go for the cap here. It's very doable. Especially if they get that south spawn. I think if Ember gets the what do you call it, the valley, then they're going to try and push from both sides and come up that far western side over here by the road and just come in the backside. You can actually cap this one from upstairs in the objective building too. Most people don't do that, but you send one upstairs and one downstairs. That's, you know, twice the potential. And you can't, one person can't check both up and down. But Ember spawning in the eastern side, mid-east. Shadow sees one, he takes down Quokka.
Northeast spawn, I dropped one. Fuck, that's the tree.
That's a tree. Shadow just shot a tree. Physics finds Light Shaper.
Yep, they're all in the corner of the Whisper truck.
Shadow is having a good time still.
Best way to do it.
They are letting one player get around on the south side. Switch is now at the south center bungalow. He's going to take shots onto... Ooh, Shadow finds Hailfire. Thought that Switch was going to find him.
Still might.
I killed one of them. So two down.
They definitely do have an accurate kill.
There's another one there. There's another one.
Shadow with some nice shots. Headshot
East
there.
red truck. East red
Switch
truck.
really needs to get this kill. Shadow's really tearing it up.
Behind it, on the east.
Switch knows he's there.
Yeah, he just doesn't want to shoot unless he knows he has the shot. He doesn't want to give away his
To try
position.
and take me down. That's my guess. I'm gonna kill them all.
There we go. Switch finds him on his rotation. But now Switch is out in the open.
Now he's been seen by whoever it is in Butcher Shop Physics.
There's one in helicopter bungalow.
Oh, he's in the door. He's exposed. This is the time to take that shot. Oh, wow. What a tight angle.
Oh, right across the top of the helicopter, too.
Oh, man. Game Reaper.
I'm DDL. I'm not fucking DDL.
Killed him.
And missed that last kill, but Insurgents are able to clean up Ember on that one.
Yeah, those were some good picks. Shadow Warrior definitely doing the most damage there. With that center hotel push that he had. And it's the tie map for map number 3. Series was already decided. Ember took it with the first 9 points, but we're still having a good game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Insurgents, I mean, they kind of just all tucked in and, you know, as Ember kind of filtered down over the hill, they were just sort of able to pick them off one by one. I think they all kind of got stacked up in, what was it, lower red truck?
Yeah, they got stuck behind. It was upper red truck. They got stuck behind it, and they couldn't make it around the corner to get into the dark room to get a better angle, and they couldn't rotate the other direction because it was covered on the northern side. So they were kind of just stuck. And those long range picks, man. I mean, Shadow just getting headshot after a headshot.
So it's an odd number round. That means new objective.
That does mean a new objective, and it's going to be the Heli Bungalow. This. That round is number 5. Insurgents spawning northeast behind the sniper tower. Lightshaper's gonna make a run for it. I think he's gonna get taken down. Game Reaper finds one.
He kind of changes his mind.
Going for the brothel and gets taken down. Hailfire gets one. Hailfire
Man,
pushing
he's throwing-
aggressive.
Yeah, he's throwing caution to the wind, just going right up this hill.
I mean, there was a building between him and all the shots. That's a pretty good approach.
That's true. He is playing it smart, though. He's stopping while he can. I mean, this is... I can't say it's completely unexpected, but it's a little bit unexpected. So he might be able to get some good picks.
One down.
Oh, that was a nice shot.
Just a down from a bolt-action sniper rifle?
Body armor, baby.
Brain splatter.
All of Insurgents, though, are still tucked up in... I'm stuck in a room. Where am I at? Well, most of the Insurgents are stuck up in that room. Or in the spawn still. They're just hanging out. It's like they're going to opt to do a full rotation going through the crater.
Bang, and then Shadow just hits the floor. Shit.
They do have all of the map to use over there.
Yes, they do, and they're doing it early enough this time that it could play out well for them. Especially since they showed enough force up there in the north that it could, you know, Ember could be looking that way, and while they loop around, they could get 1 or 2 good picks.
They did leave Physics T in the upper red truck dark room. Or down below. I think he's down below now. So maybe he's just waiting for them to say we're set, and he's going to start laying some suppressing fire and kind of draw that attention. Boca's in the Center Hotel, 2nd floor.
That's if he doesn't get peeky and get picked off first.
The defender that was going to be covering the south side, I believe, was Switch, and he's dead. Tried to go to Brothel and got picked early. It was a great pick because it does open up that southern approach.
Oh yeah, he definitely has to watch out for Light Shaper in the back there. So I see Physics T here is using the 2x magnifier. How do you feel about that?
I think it's a little blurry. I just use red dots. I mean,
yeah, I mean it magnifies the reticle, and typically a hollow sight like that would be a 5 MOA dot, which means it covers, what is it, 5 inches at every 100 yards. So, you know what I mean? It just covers so much area.
yeah.
That it's hard to aim at a head when your dot is like twice as big as the head.
But he does find one.
He's dead.
The sniper is down.
Northwest 2-story dead.
Hailfire taking some shots. Oh, and he manages to just back into the... He didn't even run. He just backed up.
Physics somehow threw his rifle under the truck.
Oh, no.
I literally can't grab my rifle.
Yeah,
It's
he
on-
threw his rifle
literally can't
underneath
grab
the
my
truck,
rifle
so
on the
he is... Oh, man.
God damn it. Okay. Right, I'm going to try and make it to Northwest 2-story.
Oh, no.
That is
Grab it.
not what you want to do, man. And that just illustrates the realism of this game, where you can throw your rifle under a truck.
Hailfire finds him on his run. Hailfire thinks there's someone in that building.
Yes, he does, but there is not.
I got another one. I might have got one at dumpster. I think there's another one over here with me. I'm not sure, but there can't be more than 1 to 2 left.
Kill count is inaccurate. 1 to 2 left. Not a good count. I mean, that is accurate. There is 1 to 2 left, but you don't want to know. You want to know how many are left. You don't want to be like thinking there's 2. Ooh, Brever downs Hailfire. Long shot.
Yeah, that was a good shot for sure. Did Hailfire only go down? Yeah, he's reservable, but I don't think anybody's gonna be making that rotation.
40 seconds left.
I mean, I don't think he's got the time. I really don't think he's got the time.
Looking at the
there's
tablet,
no way.
reading the code. He goes down to Milkman, and Ember take another defensive round. This has been all Volk, all
Yeah.
map.
All quarantine as well. Well, not all of quarantine. I think there was a cap there.
There was a cap at the end. That was that. Losing your rifle under the truck
Ugh,
is a terrible way to go.
it sure is.
I did that the other day. Not exactly that, but I threw it and then it was outside the spawn box, so I had to like wait to go get it.
At least that's in the spawn box. Like, you could have reset the round if you had to.
Yeah, and I've had other times where like you drop your shield and it falls through the level or something on Subway. That happens. You know,
But I mean, halfway through the round, there's no going back. There's no reset. There's no alibi. It's just, you know, tough luck.
on the Insurgent side, we're seeing a good spread of kills. Like you brought up before, it was just one player getting a lot of kills, and now it's 5-5, 3-1, 3. So I mean, the kills are spread out. So I think they're doing better on their defense, and they're setting up better lines. It's not one guy getting an aggressive position and doing all the damage. They're all working together, it seems.
Now it looks like on an Ember side, we're either switching out a player or we had a drop.
Yeah, it appears Switch has left the building. See if he comes back. We are still on the Heli Bungalow objective. And Ember could end it with a cap here if they really wanted to. They only need 1 point. It's
I feel
been...
like this is one of the harder objectives to cap on.
Yeah, I agree. It's hard to get to. Although we have seen some crazy approaches where someone gets onto it and caps with 5 members standing.
Yeah, I mean, you know, anything's possible.
But it's just hard. There's nowhere around that hill. It's all exposed. You have to run around a fence. If the fence wasn't there, it might make it a little easier. But you're kind of funneling people onto this objective. Everyone is back in the lobby. Switch is back with us.
Should be dropping into the round any moment now. Like clockwork, man.
Like clockwork, he says. Here we go. Round 6. Where's the spawn? Oh, Marsoc spawn. Game Reaper and Shadow Warrior are both going to go into the center hotel. Look at Light Shaper. They're sniper over here on Ember. Not running a sniper rifle. Taking an assault class and coming through the valley. What else do we have here? Woka in...
One down east charge, one down east charge.
Shadow Warrior with another nice headshot.
No, you didn't. I don't know. They are shooting me.
Yeah, I think that dark room is going to spell a little bit of trouble for Ember's approach.
Shadow taking some shots.
White house.
How did he not get that kill? He hit him twice.
Trying to kill me. I wanna be your friend.
Shots from Physics T onto the White House.
Yep, enemy White House.
An uncommon position from Physics T there. We don't normally see someone take the this western bungalow. Normally they're in the brothel or the North Watch building, but not the one in between.
South Marsoc, behind South Marsoc.
Yeah, you don't really have the greatest visibility out of that building. And I know that's kind of why I'm a little bit not so fond of those buildings, but then again, you have really terrible visibility into it, so kind of a double-edged sword there.
Like,
he's sweeping the south hill. We've seen Ember do that before, send somebody up there, so I think they're a little bit skeptical of that.
Dumpster. Holy shit, where's that guy? Sounds like brothel.
They definitely should have this 3-man approach kind of called out by now.
Yeah, I called Delta.
Unfortunately, not able to land shots onto it.
I know, someone said Charlie.
You want to do it?
What are you shooting at?
Physics T finds Quokka's head from the bungalow. They were not sure where that call or where those shots were coming from. They called brothel, and then they said, no, I think it's bungalow, but then they went back to shooting at the brothel. Now they're rotating away out of the western exit of the valley and going through the middle exit of the valley. Switch going for the upper dumpster building. Kind of regrouping with Milkman here.
They're a little bit over halfway through the round. Still
5
looking good for
defenders.
Insurgents, yeah.
Yeah.
Still looking good.
Copy. Got 2 minutes. I'm watching brothel.
You wanna take center and move in? What are you thinking?
I don't know where that brothel guy is. Don't say which
Should we move the next dumpster and then kind of push?
And it seems like Ember's kind of trying to formulate their plan here a little bit.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because we might be able to smoke. All right, let me go first.
Definitely a tall order for Ember.
Lightshaber goes down.
Oh, it just got a little bit taller.
I couldn't tell.
He's at North HQ. North HQ, North HQ. Second story, I think. One in center, 2 still.
I got 2 syringes on my body if you can get to me.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough res.
Yeah, I do not see him though.
Are you covered?
Yeah, that's pretty good. He's low.
Yeah, I mean, even with the smoke. It's gonna happen though.
North HQ.
Yeah, that's definitely what Ember needed to have any hope of winning this round. Although the timer, I think, is going to be their worst enemy right now. 1 minute remaining and 6 defenders.
I mean, yeah,
I don't.
they got the guy up, but I don't think that helps them. There's so many lasers trained on that south building.
Yeah.
There's 5 defenders still up, and every one of them has an angle, basically, on that lower dumpster building.
Although Milkman here, I don't think he's
Milkman.
going to be ready for Breverick.
Physics finds Lightshaper. Milkman's going for it. Oh, and a trade.
Immediately get shot down.
Physics finds Switch, and it's a 3-3.
Man, this one really coming down to the wire.
That defensive setup worked so well for them.
Yeah, they were kind of in a few odd places. You know, that one little bungalow. I don't think I've ever seen anybody in that building.
Yeah,
And
not
they were
intentionally.
Yeah, and like they were just able to pick apart the approach, one by one from there. I mean, Physics T, I think, got the most kills out of anybody that round.
Yeah, and Ember not being able to identify where those shots were coming from was a huge detriment, because then you're scanning windows over and over thinking someone's in brothel and exposing yourself because you don't know accurately where that guy is. So you're looking at brothel and you're not even thinking about that bungalow. But not getting any picks. I don't even know where the 5th defender was. There was 2 in center hotel, one in the bungalow on the west side, one in the north HQ. Where was the last guy? In the helicopter bungalow?
Yes. It was upstairs there underneath the little canopy. Or beside it.
Round number 7, final round.
There ain't gonna be another one.
Insurgents spawning behind North Hotel.
And it's upper dumpster objective now too.
Ember gonna run right out towards it, not using any smoke or anything to make this cross. But Insurgents not opting to take the North Hotel roof and get those early picks either. Light Shaper and Quokka. Quokka's moving out. I think he's going for Center Hotel. There are the shots. Physics T.
They got
The Mark 17 and
Just below,
the 2X finds one. Shadow finds another.
Upper dumpster, one down.
Objective building is emptied out now. But the good news is you don't have to be on this objective to defend it for the most part.
Right. You just sort of surround it because the only spot you can really count from inside is inside that little side room. And if you let somebody get there, you're kind of hooped anyway.
All 5 members of Insurgents still standing. 1 pushing on the western side, or sorry, eastern side, and 4 pushing down the western side along the street. They're at the northwest HQ, the heli bungalow, slowly moving. The map is a liar because so many drops this season or this match. I only see 1 marker for Light Shaper on the map. I gotta keep track of where the Ember defenders are because they don't show.
And his approach is like really stalled out. I think they're a little hesitant because they do know how Ember are. You really have to be careful pushing up on them.
So we're still worried about that southern central guy, right? South central bungalow?
Yeah, so don't forget guys, lower dumpster. Last spotted southwest side, lower dumpster building.
They're trying to get an accurate
Probably
picture
upstairs now.
of all of the players.
Negative. He was in that objective building back there in the window. I fired at him, but I highly doubt I got him.
Kind of an interesting tactic that we're seeing from Hellfire, sitting back on this little knoll with an LMG. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that before.
Yeah, but it does defend that side of the objective.
That must mean it's on switch then.
They know that one's over by switch. The call out was made. The radio clicks happened. Frags rolling in, not catching anybody.
Ooh, and Brebrek ducks just in time. Oh boy.
Yeah, physics is right here next to switch.
Yeah.
And switch is being suppressed by someone else on the map.
All those bullets landing, he's not gonna hear this, physics creeping around. But physics might get team killed. good.
Zizix comes around the corner and finds a trade. And after you clear out that Marstock, the rush is coming in. Look at them all crossing. Shadow's got his tablet out. He goes down. The Light Shaper. Game Reaper now coming up. Finds one.
The objective's
Hailfire.
open.
Not peeking.
Oh, Hailfire needs to peek.
Finds one.
They will land it.
He's on the hill. I see him.
One-on-one. The Blah versus Hailfire.
Out of ammo. Out of ammo.
Is it blocked? Oh, he just needs to reload. Thought he said he was out.
We got 50 seconds. You have a smoke reaper?
There's nobody coming, Blah.
He doesn't know that he's all alone. There's no one here beside me. That's a frag grenade. What are you gonna do with that? If this works,
It's gonna
That's
come
it.
out a little short.
a little short.
I don't think that's worth the time that he spent on it.
Ember
Just
gets
like
a
that.
nice snapshot. Whew.
I mean, man, that map kind of came down a little closer than I anticipated.
Yeah, that was. I mean, the whole series. It looks like Ember, like, demolished them, but it was
Which
back
they-
and forth pretty much the whole time,
Except for Cargo.
except for Cargo.
Yeah.
But yeah,
the long range stuff? Yeah, back and forth, absolutely.
close matches for sure.
I'm definitely glad I picked this one up.
Yeah, and I think that that's it for us. There is another match starting in about 45 minutes, if I have my time zones right. Yes. It'll probably be on this channel because it's
Why not?
it's currently scheduled for Honor Master League 2, but we're done, so it'll probably be on here. That's Cats and Hats and Pandemonium with Control, Flirt, Delete, and Wookie. And then after that, it's Hand of Death and the Quest Tickles on Honor Master League 1 with myself and Control, Flirt, Delete. So stay tuned for those. We're going to get out of here. Thank you to all the viewers, everyone in chat. Thank you to the sponsors. We've got Rebuff Reality, ProTube VR, Fixed Gaming, VR Cover, all kinds. There's so many. I don't even remember the whole list. Cyber Shoes, VR Wear, Rebuff Reality, B-Haptics, all of those sponsors. And you, the folks at home, obviously. Thanks for coming, hanging out, watching everything. Thanks to Xandria for co-casting. And we're going to
You're very
get out of
welcome.
here. See you all later.
All right. Have a good evening, everybody.